Hi, I'm Joyce Gentry, and I'm one of the cross-stitch sisters. And when I heard about this project, I was really excited and wanted to get involved. After I went to the meeting and sat and listened to David talk about the project, I was excited, curious, and anxious. Then I got home that night, went to bed, laid there, and thought, oh my, what did I just get myself into? I haven't picked up a needle in 7 years. Could I do this project? I really didn't know. I wanted to back out. And I thought, no, this is like riding a bike. Once you learn, you never forget. So I was cross-stitched every night in my head as I laid there trying to sleep. When I got my project, I looked at it and was very excited. Went out and got it blown up so I could see what I was working on. And I looked at John and said, what is it? I know it's an arm, but I can't see it. So I laid all of my things out, got everything set up, immediately sat down, and I worked for 6 hours, cross-stitching my heart out, thinking, I'm going to see something. The harder I worked, the less I saw. After 6 hours, I decided, it's 8 o'clock at night, I'm going to stop. I went to bed and thought, something doesn't look right. I got up and I looked at it. Something was wrong. And I looked and I counted and I counted and I looked. Went back to bed. Got up and I couldn't sleep. Got back up, came out, looked at it again. Oh my. The first row, 4th stitch was wrong. I couldn't believe what I had done. So I very calmly took out my seam ripper, and I started ripping the stitches out as carefully, as calmly as I could, because I knew if I ripped too fast or too hard, I'd ruin the fabric. As I sat there ripping in the middle of the night by myself, I was thinking, how did God feel when He was making the earth? Did He wonder, what am I getting myself into? Is this the way things are really supposed to look? What if I make a mistake? Who's going to know? I know. As I continued to rip, that question kept going through my brain. Only God's perfect. But then I was wondering, maybe He's not perfect. Maybe He had trouble making the world, and nobody knows but Him. And I could have left that stitch in there, and nobody would have known but me. But I knew, and it bothered me. So as I ripped my stitches out, 2 hours, I had a pile of thread. And I thought, well, now we have a perfect world, and we have a beautiful universe, because I think God took all of the mistakes out and made them into stars and the universe.